But how do we do both in a way that allows us to get the most muscle, the least cost? There is something called the minimum effective volume, which is the minimum amount of work that is required to be able to grow a muscle. They say it's around about 10 to 20 sets, depending on what you are. But what does 10 to 20 sets look like? Are you going to do, 10 sets of 3 pull-ups? Are you going to do 10 sets of 10 back squats like German volume training? Realistically, it just depends on what you enjoy and what works for you. Individually, it's going to be different for everyone. But some key points are touching a movement a couple of times a week will be ideal. So let's say something like bench press that is relatively easy to recover. You might push towards that 20 set range where you're able to do, 5 to 10 reps, 3 sets per session, 4 times a week. Whereas something like deadlifts is super fatiguing. You might not get as much volume out of something like that, where the intensity is really high because the weight is really heavy. So you might have to do a lot less, 3 to 5 sets of that movement per week. These compound exercises are brilliant because they target tons of muscles in one simple session, and it just takes away from that time component that you'll see a lot of bodybuilders hit when they hit specific isolation work. So volume and intensity, both equally important. How hard should you push per session? It really depends. It really depends on how well you're feeling on that day, how well life is going.